On now.
Yes.
Right, episode 35. Welcome to it. Start with a conversation about Epstein I wanted to today.
Okay.
Because you've always said about, or everyone says and should be, sympathetic to the victims of Epstein.
Yes, yeah.
With these elites of paedophile island and everything. But what makes them elite? They're just people. So they're just people. But B, are they also victims? So, and the question that would be is, who would be the puppet master?
I mean, I'm a little bit confused by the question, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But
so Epstein.
Let's
envisage Epstein as an employee.
An employee.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Doing all this to get leverage on rich and powerful people. To get things, company shares, voting, whatever, to go their way.
Yeah.
Who is the person pulling the strings? And that won't have stopped. Who's going to be the next Epstein?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult to sort of see the people who went to the island, other than the people who were solicited for sex and stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's difficult to see them as victims when they've made a choice to go
If
to the
they're being
island.
blackmailed once they get there.
But
I mean, I'm not saying forget about them as what they've done as okay. I'm saying is, are we missing the bigger part of the picture, which is who's orchestrating the whole thing, who's pulling the strings,
More than likely.
and the why.
More than likely. I've said this before, but I'm very curious about the fact that Trump is so dismissive of it, and he doesn't normally get his own way.
Yeah.
So it'd be
And remember
interesting to
that rich people in America and paedophiles and people that speak out against it, accidentally having lots of suicides, is not new.
No.
Epstein bought that island in '98. I saw the brochure of it today, just on, social media or whatever. It might not be real, okay, fair enough. But it looked the same.
Right.
So someone had it before that, the previous Epstein. Lots of people have suicided. Speak Chester Benningfield, Chris Cornell, many other people have
ended themselves,
had
supposedly.
a random suicide when they didn't look like those kind of people, when they've also been known to have been speaking out about child abuse within America's rich people.
Well,
so that's why I thought I'd bring up that side of it, actually, because it's a real one.
A side step.
Who's the puppet master? And who's going to be the next puppet? And who's sold on an island? Have they looked for dead bodies? Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
They bought 330 litres of sulfuric acid. That's a massive barrel at one point. Interesting, though.
Yeah.
Now, lead on from that, right? Two bits here, interestingly. The Russian Foreign Minister, Lavrov, has said the Epstein files have exposed pure Satanism of Western elites. Maybe he knows more. Do that. And I saw another thing about Russia wanting to not really go to war against the average person, but against the old money, which can't be that old, of America, because the whole place is only 250 years old.
Yeah.
Well, Trump's 80.
So he's almost as old as America.
He's almost as old as America. Yeah. So, like, his dad would have been one of the original American people, for example. So this shit can't go back that far. It can't be buried that deep. It can't be back to, like in Europe, it could go back to Roman times, for example.
I mean, there's a lot that we don't know. And who's
the point,
who's to say that there isn't another Epstein type of thing that's already going on, that's going to be the next scandal in 10, 20 years.
Yeah. And these people that were paying for this to occur are still paying someone else. They haven't gone away. Just their patsy, So that's why I thought that was an interesting thought of it.
Money corrupts.
Money corrupts. And Jay-Z and Piss Dildo, they've learned from Epstein how to do their things, and they're getting exposed. But I also thought, whoever was suicided, the further away they were suicided, the better the trail for the old Bill to spot, right? Because it's the modern forensic evidence is much harder to hide from, if you like.
Yeah.
And whoever was suiciding people now will be working in that world. But whoever suicided people then would have left a much bigger Hansel and Gretel bread trail.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But no one's looking.
No.
No Epstein victims are really coming forwards. not many when you think the scale of the thing, you know.
Or are they being shut up?
Yeah. Why aren't they paid off, suicided, involved in X, Y, and Z? Some people would have been there by choice.
Yeah.
There's always, you know, there's all sorts of things.
Is there any doubt that Giselle, wasn't it?
She's still alive. Someone else has disappeared this week.
So you say she's... Sorry, I don't mean Giselle, do I? I don't mean...
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I know, I don't mean her. I mean,
she's alive.
I mean the one in the photo with Mr. Mountbatten Windsor.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Was that a Guthrie?
Yes, yeah.
So her mum went missing this week.
Oh, really?
So she might have suicided herself. So she might have known something worth telling the world.
Yeah, Guthrie was another suicide, but yeah, again, was it a choice suicide or was it a suicide? I don't know.
There's a lot of suicides. And, you know, if I was the FBI, whoever's investigating, I'd be looking at all those suicides really carefully because they probably aren't. 99% chance all this stuff is connected and it's, you know, suicide's an easy game to play. That's what I was thinking, you see. I thought that was an interesting
I did note, as a slight sideswipe on that, I did notice that the former Duchess of York has got 6 businesses closing at the moment.
Well, that's not too surprising.
No.
Are any of them nurseries?
Probably.
I also read that Russia thinks has been saving kids from Epstein in Ukraine.
Right.
Right, I thought that. And I also found out that Oprah Winfrey's private jet has been linked to the Epstein Island visits 11 times.
Oh, really?
Does she not realise she's a bit old for the clientele there?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah. I've got a top tip. Fizz top tips. My auntie suggested putting horse manure on my strawberries. Tastes awful, I can't recommend it.
That's a good tip. Do I go on to this next thing?
Yeah, go on then.
So next thing's Labour Party based, because that's a big thing going on as well, right?
Yep.
But there's a lot of ridiculousness with it. So I found this, which is quite interesting, because it sort of backs up my theory. If we don't start manufacturing, we can't pull the country out. We can't tax ourselves to oblivion and expect it to work.
No.
That's like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, you know.
Yep.
So if we don't start manufacturing things, we can't fix the shit the country's in. It's not a salvageable, that's my thing before, right? So here this guy was saying, right, the UK is on the edge of bankruptcy. National debt is almost 3 trillion, 100% of GDP. The entire yearly economy in debt is what we are, right? The UK owes more than it earns, which means it's insolvent. The debt fuels inflation and taxes, which is what we're seeing. It pushes your prices up and your savings down, which is what we're seeing. While you're getting poorer, the UK will raise taxes further and borrow more money. No one running the UK has ever run a business, and they are ruining our economy. That's what this guy said.
I mean...
Hard to argue.
But what could we manufacture? I mean, if everything's been closed down, all the important things that could be exported...
Well, that's the problem. That's where we'll lose to China and Russia.
Yeah, I mean, we just can't do it for the prices that China are
We probably could. We could, because of the cost of all these imports and everything else. Yeah. And it's controllable by your Forex, effectively. But nobody is. Because nobody can, because they've sent all their machinery, their blueprints, everything's in China. So you'd have to start from scratch, which they should be doing.
Yeah.
If they were, and we did, then the country and Europe, and I dare say America as well, wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah.
If they don't, I can't see him get out of it. You can't paint and decorate your way out of it. You can't build an extension your way out of it.
No.
You can't sell stock market shares that people don't need your way out of it, because everyone's got an app for that now, you know.
I mean, it isn't new, of course, that we don't manufacture anything. It's
been, but it's taken time for the bucket to drain.
Probably 50 years, I would have said.
Since Margaret Thatcher started it.
I was reading, I saw an interesting interview with somebody who wasn't a big Thatcher fan, but they did actually say that they felt that Thatcher was really the puppet master of us losing our own
identity
and
Was she
manufacturing.
controlled by the same people that are controlling Epstein? No one would ever. We don't know.
We can't ask her anymore. I mean, she's just there. Maybe she...
Yeah, so she is.
Looking over my shoulder, looking sexy.
Here's a bit on Ed Miliband on White Labour.
Right.
Did you want to go on to something
No,
else?
no. Miliband's good.
Well,
But
the rest of
he's
the-
not good.
He's not good. He's awful.
Yeah, he's-
While the rest of the world is abandoning net zero because they're bankrupt and because this is one more thing that fucks an economy, Britain is the last fool standing on net zero, right? Which is Miliband's baby. He's making everybody do this.
Right.
And I found an interesting thing actually on him there. I can't remember who was saying this. It might have been Camille Badenoch.
Yeah.
Saying, why is Ed Miliband hiding his secret China deal? Because he's done a deal with China or something, which he won't publish. The fact that he's refusing to publish it is completely evading scrutiny. It's remarkable, this person has said. Which is a good point.
Yeah. I hadn't realised he'd done any kind of deal with China.
No, he's trying to make sure you don't find out.
No.
Because whatever it is obviously complete crap.
I wonder if it's linked to Starmer's visit to China recently.
What, it's just as much of a failure?
Well, as in part of the reason why Starmer went.
Maybe. They've both come back with nothing and had themselves...
I mean, the irony of doing a deal with China to do with net zero when China are going for net 100%.
No one cares but Europe, you
Yeah.
know. We've subbed it out to other countries, not got rid of it. No one's achieved a net zero anything. Just getting your mate to do it doesn't count, you know.
No.
This person, Alice Smith, I found, right? She's done a good thing about the state, you know, with my digital ID
Yep.
and everything. And this is, someone's made this sound really good and really easy to understand, right? We don't need surveillance by the state. We need surveillance of the state. We should know every penny spent, every second spent, every decision made, and the name of exactly who decided what at every level along the way. From our government, we should have full transparency of the government, so that we can find out what people like Ed Miliband are actually doing. For example,
I think the danger of doing that is that nothing will happen, nothing will get done at all. People will be so scared
you
of
could
scrutiny.
argue that would be better than what is happening.
Well,
If Labour had come in and left everything alone, we'd be far better off.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like our last government, and I felt that there needed a change. But actually, I didn't want the change that we've got.
No,
at
it
all.
hasn't really worked in our
And
favours.
actually, but it's also difficult to know whether the last government knew the mess that we were in and would have been in this situation themselves, and they've just and maybe
They've gone,
the
oh, right,
current
fair
people
enough,
have-
it's your problem.
Yeah, the current government have inherited a bad situation.
But they've watched that happen because there's no manufacturing in the country. So they've all watched the figures go down and down and down and down and down, knowing that at some point someone's going to be holding the parcel, but there's no present left under the wrapping
They've
paper.
unwrapped the last thing. It's like, where the fuck
and
is it
it's
gone?
just
Yeah.
a turd in there waiting, you know. And if it isn't now,
and
it's
Starmer's
soon.
to go, oh, thank you, I was looking for that.
Have a lovely bite of that turd. Yeah. Meanwhile, Miliband still won't let us have anything of the North Sea oil or gas. And bizarrely, Tony Blair has urged him to unlock 165 billions worth of North Sea oil,
Right, okay.
which would help the economy. We'd have a product. It would be like I'm sorry, Will, are you tired? It would be like manufacturing. You know, it would kick it off.
Well, I mean, whether this is a manufacturer issue or other things, but unemployment is now in the UK at its highest for 5 years.
I heard that too. Yeah.
So it's over 5%, which isn't as crazy as the 10% of...
5.2 million, was it? It was a lot anyway.
It was 5-something percent, so it might be 5.2%.
And a lot of young people on that who's, you know, they start considering that a wasted generation.
Yeah, I think some of that is tied in with COVID and the kids who are not getting the proper education.
Minimum wage keep
were-
going up.
Yeah.
You know, someone with no experience isn't worth 15 quid an hour or whatever it is now.
And of course the terrible thing they did in the budget about a year ago of increasing national insurance for employers.
Yeah, it costs a lot more to
it's-
employ someone. It's the 15 quid you give them, say it's 15 quid, whatever, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
it doesn't cost you 15 quid, it costs you 25 quid. Maybe 30 by the time you've done it all an hour. It nearly doubles itself in the additional hidden costs of PAYE and national insurance and then your fear that everyone's going to sue you.
Yeah.
You know. Yes, I've exaggerated that, but the point is, the point is right. It's a lot of money an hour for someone who can't do anything when they turn up, which is a brand new person to work, young or old.
I think part of their idea was to get away from 0-hour contracts. And
I liked 0-hour contracts.
As an employer, or
yes.
I don't know. I think I was quite a good employer, actually. I think I tried to be quite fair, and it was always a fair wage.
Yeah, you were pretty good.
You know, and generally gave people decent hours. Quite a reasonable person.
And you gave idiots a good chance.
I did.
You did your bit for community service.
Yeah. I've got a top tip.
Oh yeah.
Okay. If a partner drinks 2 glasses of wine a day, it increases the chance of a stroke. If you give them the whole bottle, they might suck it too.
That's a good one. That reminds me, right? I've got a word of a day. Right, fucknosis. A trance-like state where you pretend to care just long enough to escape the situation. It's where you look engaged, but your soul left 5 minutes ago.
The trouble is that you might think you're pulling that off, but actually you can visibly see your soul leaving.
You can. What you don't realise is how kind I've been to you in that moment, to do it as gently as that. Fucknosis is common for me. So, have you heard this other ridiculous thing, right? Now, this country, I think, is a very equal country. It's diverse and no one cares who does a what or a where or anything like that, yeah. I think that's the way I see the country. There's some weird factions, yes, but on the whole, it's an accepting, equal country, right? So, anyway, play along.
Yes.
For the sake of this next bit.
Right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you seen that someone has decided in Labour government that the countryside is now too white?
No, I hadn't seen that.
So they're trying to find a way that someone's worried that Muslims may avoid the British countryside because it's too white and there are dogs. That's what I read. So they're trying to they want to get less white people in the countryside, but you can't control who does or doesn't choose to buy a house in a town or a location. It's 100% personal choice.
Yeah.
You know, why is it important?
Job to decide that.
Some statistician or whatever, probably. But why would you? I mean, people will migrate around the country to suit themselves.
A bollocks job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but people.
The person who comes up with that shit.
But how could you make someone of a particular origin move around a country, make them want to live in another place? They would live there already if they wanted to.
I mean,
nobody's forced to buy a house anyway.
Surely, people of how do I word this? Surely, people of colour are going to be in a place where they're often business people, you need a high population for that, which is why they will naturally migrate and often stay in areas where there's high population.
People can go to wherever they like. There's no regulation stopping anyone going anywhere. So everybody in this country has chosen to live where they live because they want to.
Yeah.
You know, or they can afford to. There's those two things, isn't it?
It is a bit of a waste of money having a think tank.
I'm going to go to that bit of the country because actually there aren't many people my colour, whatever colour that might be, there. You don't think like that. You think, I like the look of that town or that whatever.
Yeah. And I dare say...
And what is it in the world where we're supposed to try to change things? Because it's not equal, is it? Like, same with people having a quota of people of a particular demographic to be employed by, say, the Met, I've heard before, rather than just the best person for the job.
Yeah, it's about ticking boxes and having the right number of disabled people.
But you aren't having the best people,
that sort of thing.
But you're not having the best person for the job. Necessarily. You don't know. Because if you're constantly pushing people to one side because they don't tick the box you're looking for, I mean, that was illegal anyway before.
I don't know.
When did that become legal?
Well, Yeah, sort of snuck in, I think, a
stupid.
little bit. But at Tesco, for example, I've been told that managers get a bonus if they manage to get a job for somebody who is gay or trans or disabled or of colour. They get some kind of bonus because it helps them meet their quotas, and it's not
and that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's almost
Previously,
nothing to do with
you'd
whether
have got
you're any good at the
sacked
job.
for putting that concept forwards. You should still be, really, because you shouldn't be favouring anyone,
Yeah.
because it's not equal. If you favour someone for any reason, it isn't equal
No,
or fair.
no.
Yeah, and that's the end of that.
Diversity, don't know.
But it's not fair if you're going to choose someone based on a criteria that isn't relevant to the job in hand.
Yep.
You know, then it's not equal.
That dog's asleep.
Yeah, it's happy now. Yeah.
I see that Labour have backed down on the local elections being delayed.
Yes, I saw that. I was pleased about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sorry. I mean, I think Reform are going to win a lot of seats. I'll stick with what I say. They're not going to win an election. But I think that it sends a very clear message, and I think the government's going to have to act on it. Surely,
They're gonna have
if
to.
all of their councils are against the government,
Yeah,
then
and they
it's
reckon
gonna
he
be
might.
hard job.
Starmer might keep 16% of his seats.
how many?
16%.
16%
Yeah.
of his council seats.
Yeah. There's another party come up. Have you seen one called Restore Britain, whatever that is?
That is from the guy who was sacked by Reform, isn't it?
Rupert Lowe, I think.
He was sacked by Reform for being a cunt. I think I
Well,
can't remember exactly what he did. I think that
sacked from Reform sounds hard.
I think that Reform have got to be a little bit careful if they're going to be taken that seriously.
They can't afford to look like a new version of the Conservatives or a new version of Labour.
But they are absolutely taking on the people that everyone hated in the
That's the downside.
Conservative Party. And if I was Badenoch, I'd be sort of thinking, do you know what? This is actually quite a good opportunity for us to.
Right now, when I watch TV and I see her run it, she comes across extremely well.
She does come across really well.
Yeah.
She does come across well, and I think that.
But so did Starmer,
he never did.
didn't he?
No, totally.
All right. Well,
totally
I stand
not.
corrected.
Sunak.
They're not shaking their heads behind the camera.
Sunak wasn't a great speaker, but I tell you, when it was head to head in the election thing,
He didn't really do the country any massive harm.
no, not
He
at
was
all.
just once he got in office, he just hid. You know,
I don't actually remember much of what he did when he was in
other
in
than
power.
try and change inheritance tax because he was going to inherit a load of money.
Oh right.
Low inflation, didn't he?
Didn't lower it.
Low inflation massively.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I think that more just happened rather than him actually doing anything. I think if
I
you
think he implemented policies that actually lowered inflation.
I think we could give him that because we've
Okay.
seen Starmer
Yeah.
ruin
He's
it
a
the other
pretty
way.
good Chancellor as well.
Yeah.
especially
That's
during-
true.
During the COVID, he showed massive leadership,
That's true.
prime ministerial
Yeah,
leadership.
I quite liked him and Boris together. They were good.
I never liked anything about Boris
No.
at all. At all. I wouldn't vote for him. I would even wipe my arse with a
I
piece
quite
of
liked
toilet
him.
paper
I mean,
with his face
like,
on
if
it.
we were going into World War III, as we actually turns out we are, like, I'd have more faith in Boris than anybody since.
He's a buffoon.
Yeah, but at least people believe him. Do you know what I mean? But he's believable and likable, and those are two things nobody else has been since.
I remember when COVID first happened, and having never liked Boris, I remember when COVID first happened and he was sat there and doing it was almost like his little war speech, this "you must stay home." I thought, do you know what, this is actually a really good opportunity for him to shine and show what he was capable of. And he absolutely did show what he was capable of. He was capable of having parties and telling everyone else not to, and basically just having complete disregard for people.
Other than that,
Smashing fella.
Yeah, lovely guy. You know, I was very glad when he was
When he went.
when he was.
but it hasn't got better since. I mean, like you said, Sunak was quiet, but better than people remember.
Well, I mean, I remember him being all right. I didn't think there was any real problem with him.
What I'm trying to say really is they're better than what we got.
Yeah, of course.
It was going better.
Yeah, but I remember thinking that Starmer was going to win and thinking he's just terrible.
everything.
He's just terrible.
Well, he's just giving things away willy-nilly, pushing everybody back
Well,
into
he can't
other
make his
things.
fucking mind up about anything.
No, I like considering him Keir Stalin.
And of course we're going to be, you know that they've got to pay the legal bill for Reform, having backtracked, and Reform having taken this action, taken legal action. I mean, of course we're paying for it. We're not paying. It's £100,000. So if I had to pay it on my own, I'd be really pissed off about it. But it's
I hope you do.
amongst the 2 million taxpayers we've got in this country. So it won't be that much.
There's not many people paying tax. Not many people working. Not many people with any chance of doing anything.
This is a cheerful show, isn't it?
Yeah, say something funny.
I might say something funny. I'll say something funny. Make your own carrots by painting parsnips orange. That wasn't
I
bad.
don't think women would buy it.
Will was turned away. He can fuck off. Here's a fun thing I've been thinking, right? This is not funny. What do you think
much
of
like that joke?
what do you think of AI?
What do I think of it?
Do you think it's real? Do you think it's a viable threat to people's jobs? Or do you think it's a flash in the pan load of old shit?
I don't think it's a flash in the pan. I think that I feel like we're probably in the infancy of it.
I reckon it's another millennium bug of bullshit.
It's not going to go away. Surely.
But I don't think it's any good.
Maybe not, but people are going to carry on using it. I mean, I've used it.
What to do?
I've used it to help write letters and try and get my wording and also try and find out my legal standing on things. Now, I'm always careful to double check because
So what
it's
you're
not
saying
always
is
accurate.
it's a voice-activated search of the internet. That's all. It doesn't know anything that it can't find on the internet. It doesn't have anything else. It's not the shit they painted out to be.
In fairness, I think that the way that I have used it, it is probably a voice-activated search of the internet, or it's drawing from information on there, and of course, there's no guarantee of its accuracy.
No, it's just generic drivel.
But to be, but
It's
I mean,
not, I don't think it's anything to be scared of. People are loads of people worried about this.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared about it.
And
I think
anything
it's,
with AI in it has been launched as like multi-billion.
I think
What's the letters for LFO?
that was a song in 1991.
Yeah, no. When you go public, when you float a company public.
PLC.
Yeah, it's called something else when you actually float it on the stock exchange.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Those things are getting hyped up hugely in value if it's got AI connections,
Right.
which then immediately can be worth nothing.
I mean,
like a .com flop.
I think it could be a bubble, but it's not going to be something that goes away. I think that it will get.
I reckon it's almost gone. We'll use it, but it won't have any financial value or viability.
Maybe not.
That's what I reckon.
Well, we'll see. I think there's still legs in it.
I've got a couple of Florida things. People from Florida seem to be batshit, to be honest. As far as I can tell.
I'm just remembering when I went to Miami and there was somebody pushing 2 poodles in a pram.
I mean, that's a good example.
Yeah,
It's not as good as this. There's a Florida man who has allegedly threatened a family with Coldplay lyrics, has finally ended his standoff after SWAT teams have promised him hot pizza.
I mean, I think that threatening people with Coldplay lyrics is quite a bad threat, actually. I wouldn't
quite
like
a
it.
bad
I'd probably
thing,
give in quite quickly.
Well, he gave in to some pizza.
Right. Okay.
So, here's another one.
I can imagine you doing that, actually.
Well, this one I can imagine me doing. A Florida man has been arrested for riding an alligator through a Wendy's drive-thru, demanding chicken nuggets.
Right. Was it for him or for the alligator?
Well, I didn't find out.
Okay. You see,
Not
you
sure
need
if
to
they
do your
gave
research more.
I don't know if they gave him any.
I think if an alligator walked into a shop, I think I'd give them whatever the fuck they wanted. I don't think I'd be arguing particularly.
Oh, right, I'm with you there. Yeah. Did you know that the Labour Party has ordered the destruction of the archives that exposed the grooming gangs?
No, I don't think I did know that. That's pretty bad.
Isn't it? Doesn't reek of honesty or integrity.
No, it doesn't.
It also isn't funny.
No. Was it supposed to be funny?
No, not at all. No. Right, and I think that
does that conclude your business for the day?
it's a lot of them. There's got some more things. Oh, here's an interesting thing, right? Tony Blair, who I don't really like either. On this particular thing, I'm behind him. The Tony Blair think tank has urged Keir Starmer to axe the 38% energy tax as it's going in the wrong direction for the UK. Now, I didn't know we had a 38% energy tax.
No, I didn't.
And that explains why electric and our gas is so expensive. I thought it was just because Russia was charging us a fortune for LPG that we then use to generate electricity from.
I wonder what they mean by the 38% tax. Well, I do remember, and it may have been just a one-off payment, but I do remember that there was some kind of windfall tax on energy companies, and I wonder whether it relates to that and somehow that tax has been passed on. I don't know if that's what they mean. But
if there's a 40% tax that they could take off of bills, that would help the cost of living crisis by approximately 40% of your heating bills.
Okay, I'm glad you added that. It's like my entire money goes on my heating.
But for a lot of people, it does.
Yeah,
a lot of people they can't afford to even heat their houses.
I remember mine going up from, and it's quite a big house. It went up from £130 a month to £468.
That's a lot
per month. That's quite a lot of money to spend over £5,000 a year just to not be cold.
To be warm,
yeah. So and heat a hot tub.
Yes, well, I think you're probably getting a lot of sympathy votes right now from many people. Yeah. Well done.
I do. Somebody tried to sell me a heat pump today.
They don't actually work, those things, do they? Though. The description of it being an inside-out fridge is quite a good one.
Yeah, they wanted £2,500 for it, so
on top of the £7,500.
No, this wasn't for the house. This was for the hot tub.
Right.
And I figured that it's a lot of money, and I
don't think you live in the same sort of section as a lot of people, but nonetheless, I suppose for those that do have a hot tub, this is valid.
There might be, maybe
7 or 8 people could have a hot tub.
Maybe all of our
20
viewers,
or 30 that watch this.
I would wager that nearly all of our viewers have hot tubs.
I would wager that unless it's all you, and I know it isn't because a lot of it's me that watches it.
Yeah.
That you'd be wrong.
Well, I mean, I'll try and garner more sympathy that my hot tub's not working at the moment. Should I stop talking about the hot tub? I think probably.
I don't care, but I don't think anybody cares about your hot tub.
I care.
Well, hopefully it's cold.
It is. It is. It's 15 degrees at the moment, but I'm not going in it though.
Good.
Yeah.
So, I meant to bring this up last week, but I forgot to. Have you heard of Ozempic poos?
No, I haven't.
It's a thing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. So one side effect of Ozempic is shitting yourself.
Oh, actual shitting yourself.
Yeah, but bizarrely in bed. So you fall asleep and, I don't know if you've had it whether you've had the runs, for example. Like I have. Well, when I had COVID, I would wake up, think I needed to fart, and then it would turn out that it wasn't a fart. I was double bagging pants and jogging bottoms to go through this escapade, which went on for days.
Should we just talk about my hot tub again?
I ran out of pants and... Anyway, the point is, that's not the same as those Ozempic poo in any way, shape or form, or connected. But I've got sympathy for those that are shitting themselves at night. So they fall asleep and the Ozempic sends the same signal to their sphincter on their backside as it does to the one apparently on your stomach, but at a time when it doesn't need it, so you shit yourself. You wake up having shat in the bed, like Spud from Train Spotting.
That sounds like a really good reason.
Yeah. So, that's the thing.
It sounds like a really good reason for not taking Ozempic.
Yeah, or eating less so that you're not full all the way through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Perhaps if you're eating less, you don't need Ozempic.
Like the human centipede. Yeah, well, you wouldn't. I mean, that's the best answer to all this stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Take less of the thing you're addicted to.
Yeah.
Just naturally find a way through it.
Move a bit more.
Do less drugs, drink less booze. None to all of them things. You can't not eat.
No.
You can't not eat. But you can smoke no crack.
Unless you're paying your energy bills, and then you can't eat.
You can't eat, that's true.
Yeah.
Then you won't do an Ozempic shit in your bed at night.
Yeah. Oh, or you may not smell it because you're wrapped in so many duvets to try and keep
I
warm.
reckon you'd wake up knowing about it as you were smeared in it, like a melted Cadbury's mini roll.
It's terrible. Oh. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out for today.
How long have we been on
We've done
for?
about half an hour, I think.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
Or not?
I think so.
How long have we been on for,
I've
Steve?
got no idea because there's
It's always.
the clown
How long do you
feels
actually
like
think it is?
hours at a time.
We haven't got anything else to say, so we might as well end.
So if we've run out of things to say,
Yeah.
then we don't want
We
to
can't
bore
just
people.
watch my dog.
You said it hurts
So,
me.
if you watched that, thank you.
We're sorry.
We are sorry, as always.
See you next week.
See you next week.
See you
Now,
next
please
Tuesday.
Fuck off. Is it off?
No, of course it's not.
Is that one?